I was going to do a cat, but I think I'm going to switch it up and do a flower instead. I'm going to do a bearded iris just to try to be a little bit challenging here. And I'm going to try to go for a continuous contour line art today. I'm planning to start at the bottom here and then working my way up to these wavy petals up here. So that's where I'm going to be. And my goal is I'm not going to pick up my pen at all. And you can work however fast or slow you like, whatever you are comfortable with. Alright, so now I'm at this point, I'm going to start doing this petal on the left. And it's totally okay if it's not the same as your reference image. Just getting the idea of that. I'm putting some lines inwards to show some depth there. And the more I create my lines to be darker, it adds more line weight. So perhaps I want to make this a little darker there. I could just keep going over it again. Okay, I'm going to move on to the center petal. And this is all just looking with your eyes, looking at the shapes, the angles, and the small details there. As I'm going, I'm looking back and forth at my proportions. Is it like too wide? Do I need to make it wider? All right, now that I have a rough idea of the shape, I'm going to add a little bit more detail inside. Again, I have not picked up my pen at all. It's okay if this is not my favorite one. You can make as many as you like. Alright, I'm going to call that good for now. I can go back in a bit. I'm going to go to the right now. So I'm going to see where it connects to my stem. If you didn't know, irises are one of my favorite flowers for how unique and wavy the petals are. I especially love all the different colors that they can be. Okay, now that I have a basic idea, I'm going to try to add a little more detail inside. Alright, let's move on up here. So I'm just going to go around, and I can even fill this in a little bit if I think it's a little small there. Alright, here we go. If your hand starts to cramp from holding it, say you need to take a break, it's fine. If I try to go exactly where I stopped, let's go down a bit. Now I see that this petal on the side is a little bit different because it's still over here. And this one is behind the big one, so I think I'm going to add a little bit of line weight here to show that it is behind there. Some darkness, so it'll illuminate the one in front a little bit better. I want to keep that space right there. Looking at shapes, proportions. Okay. Let's add some details inside and around. Since it is behind that petal, I'm going to add a little bit more line weight. It doesn't really show as much in the actual photograph, but I still want to add that there in my drawing. I'm just going to go around everything like a little trail, and I'm going to go back towards the stem because I want to add a little bit more details here that I might have missed. That's okay. If you miss something, you definitely go back. Whatever that may be. Add maybe a little shading on the side. I'm gonna have this petal come out a little bit more, be a little extravagant, if you will. And there we are. That's continuous line drawing. All I need now is to sign it. Boom. $1,000. I don't know how much it's valued for, but there you go.